That's what I use to watch my birds when on days like this when I can't be outside walking around. So it's always good to be near nature and doing things outside, but when it's rainy, we are going to do it from home. So today in my program, I have decided to help with shoulders and a little bit of core exercises, because I noticed that we are all getting little bellies and we need to work on them. So we're going to do a little bit of core and hips and shoulders. And as always, we always want to have a good posture and spine. I can't emphasize enough how important it is not to be like so, you know, chest out, which also is very good, but at least have a neutral spine at all times. And when you slouch a little bit or are on the computer, then you can get up and you can stretch. You know, if you just stretch with your hands on your waistline, just, you know, just stretch. And that will, you know, all that forward bending will improve by this stretch alone, okay? And if you press this point, as I have previously said, it'll give you instant energy. This is a great acupuncture point, but you can use acupressure here. It's between the ribs. It's not very fun, but it's lots of energy is pent up here. So with that, we will start with some meditation as always. And I want you to just either close your eyes or lower your eyelids. And however you want to place your hands, either in a mudra, which is, you know, in this fashion or in this fashion, any mudra you want, or you can just place your hands on your thighs so that they are resting. Your feet are nicely planted on the ground. You can use the back of your chair to kind of rest, but not to slouch. That's fine. And with that, we will take 3 deep breaths and just let it out. By taking 3 deep breaths, we are clearing our nostrils and our sinuses of all that stale air that was sitting in there. And now just noticing our breathing, not trying to change anything, just noticing where it is coming from our nose or from our throats or from our chest or from our belly. Just noticing the breath. Not judging it, but just noticing the beautiful life force that we have thanks to breathing. We can inhale all of the life and let go of all that we don't want through our exhales. Just noticing, taking inventory of our body, where we are today. Is our mind racing all over the place? Or are we present in what we are doing? Usually when I'm outside, I like to guide the meditation to the sounds of the nature, be it wind or rain or birds and the bird calls. But we're in a room that's pretty quiet except for the paws of my dog. Every so often she gets excited when she sees a squirrel. So we will focus on light today. I want you all to imagine a candlelight, a lamplight, something that has a flickering flame. And your breathing helps the flame get bigger, or it flickers and gets a little bit smaller every time you exhale. So inhale, see the light get larger, and as you exhale, the light get a little bit smaller. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and hold it for a count of 3. Exhale at the count of 3. See how your flame is doing with the count of 3 inhalation and then holding and exhalation at the count of 3. How the light is spreading, and you can see a halo around the light. So there's an inner core of light, and then there is more light around it. So when we exude light, it's not only lights us up, it lights all the surrounding up. And then we keep noticing our breathing and inhaling and holding for 4 seconds, and then exhaling for 4 seconds. This is square breathing. And we are noticing our light as we are breathing. And that light is now getting larger. The light itself, not the flame. We can see a lot more now with the light. The light is now in a large bubble, and it's just growing, and everything is getting lighted with our breath. And it's rolling around and making people happy when they see a light. Lights somehow make people happy. This light is enveloping your body from head to toe. You feel it inside you. It's so warm. And as you breathe, the warmth spreads from your heart to every part of your body, to your elbows, to the shoulders, to your belly, to your pelvis, to your toes, and your head. Everything is covered in this beautiful yellow light. And then there is an outer band of white light, and you're enclosed in the yellow and white light. And you're breathing, and as you're breathing, your light is increasing around you. And you're spreading your light and warmth with your breath. And right around that white light is the blue light. It's yellow, white, blue. It's just beautiful. And you see yourself right in the middle of that big bubble of light. And you feel warm and protected is the breath to make your light stay as it is. When different thoughts come to your brain, they can't penetrate this light because you're protected from anxiety, depression, stress. You are in your own lighted bubble. Just breathing and being. Warm, warm-hearted, nurturing yourself and your surroundings. And like everything, when once we have had the warmth and light, we want to spread it. So we are going to slowly open our eyes and we are going to enjoy the first few seconds of what we see. By having our eyes closed for so long, that is a treat in itself. The ability to see. For a second, we can empathize with people who can't see. We have such a gift we take for granted. Alright, so I hope you're feeling relaxed and your mind is at rest, and we can start our yogic asanas. Remember, meditation doesn't stop with the eyes being closed and you being still. The meditation continues through yoga moves. And the asana are just an extension of your meditation. It's a meditation in moving. So you have the power, the ability to have that light in you and continue to do the poses without getting your mind disturbed with all kinds of things like where you should be or what you should have been doing instead of this. You are here, you have taken a moment for yourself. Just absorb yourself in this present moment, just thinking about now and not about tomorrow. Okay. So we are going to do some gentle neck exercises first. As always, yoke your breathing with the movement. Okay, so take a deep breath in and then move your head towards the right, towards your shoulder as far as you can go. It's early in the morning, so everybody is a little bit tight. And then very slowly bring it back to center. Breathe in, exhale when you move to the left, hold it, inhale, exhale when you move to the center. Inhale, move to the right, exhaling, holding it, inhaling, bringing it back, exhaling. Inhaling, moving to the left, exhaling, inhaling, bringing it back, exhaling. One last time. Inhaling, exhaling to the right, holding it, inhaling, exhaling in the center, inhaling, taking it to the left, exhaling, bringing it to center. Now we are going to do neck extension. It is hard for some people, but try, and then we will flex our necks after that. So take a deep breath, and then exhale as you extend your neck up. Do as much as you can. Then stop, inhale, exhale while you're bringing it back to center. Inhale, exhale while you flex your neck down, looking down as far as you can take it. Inhaling, bringing it back to center. Let's do it again. Inhaling, flexing down. Inhaling, bringing it up, exhaling. One last time. Extend as far as you can go without pain. Always consult your doctor if you feel pain in any of these movements. You should not have pain. You can have a little tightness that you can't go all the way, but you shouldn't have pain. So we have done a good neck rotation. You can also stretch your neck like this, isometrically using your left hand. Pull your head towards the left hand side. And you'll feel a nice stretch on your right neck muscles and shoulder. If you use the right hand to hold your chair, you'll feel a much deeper stretch. It's up to you. Always breathe through all of these stretches. Breathing helps clearing all the toxins, lactic acid, things like that that develop in the muscles. So we've had a good stretch of our neck, and we can just massage our necks as well using the thumb to get on just behind the ears. That's called the mastoid process, where our ears are, and just massage your head. Don't worry about your hairstyle. It's the best thing about being home and doing this on Zoom. Nobody sees you, except everybody does see me, but it's okay. I don't mind. You can also do a little tapping for your head and face. It increases the circulation and wakes up our nerves without coffee. You can do this, you know, when you're waiting for the water to warm up for your shower. And you can tap other parts of your body as well. Just tapping, waking everything up. Just noticing when you hit yourself, it doesn't hurt. But if somebody else hits you, oh my God, it hurts. I don't know why that is, but maybe we just don't hit ourselves hard enough, right? Or it's not a shock when we do. But it is kind of a little bit of a shock even for ourselves when we hit ourselves and we hit ourselves too hard. But we try not to hurt ourselves. So it's really good for our nerves, waking us up. So just try to get every body part, even your butt. And now our body is nice and awake, with our head awake, our neck awake. We're going to work on our shoulders. So my left shoulder has been giving me some stiffness, and I think one of my muscles is kind of tight in there. I've been working on it with acupuncture and physical therapy and chiropractic. Nothing frozen or anything, but just a little uncomfortable, especially in the mornings. So I'd like to do some stretches for my shoulder. So we can start with first rotation of the shoulder. So bring your shoulders up and then back and then forward. And you can yoke it with your breathing. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, doing it in this direction, and then changing directions to bring it forward and back, breathing at the same time. How wonderful is that? Just releasing all our muscles just from a sitting position. Just do this every once in a while, you'll feel so good. Okay, now we are going to take our right arm and we are going to bring it to center, and then we are going to move it to the left side. Use our left hand as a prop to hold it up. At the same time, I'm going to bring my right shoulder down. I'm going to keep my hand, as you can see, not floppy, but stretched out. And I'm going to pull my right shoulder down. And then it gives a really lovely stretch. And you can breathe into it. If you feel any pain at any point, don't do it. Do as much as you can. Bring your left arm and then move it towards, I can't move it as good as my right arm, as you can see. I will bring my right arm to support it, and then I can do it. So sometimes you need the help of your other body parts or other people, and that's okay. I feel a lovely stretch in all my scapular muscles on my left side, and that's what I really need. I'm going to breathe into it and send my love to my muscles for working so hard, and even though they are tight, I love them. Without them, I would be in a lot of discomfort, a lot of inability to do a lot of things. And so I'm going to bring it back. So we have done this movement. Now we are going to take our right arm, your palm facing outwards, and you are going to bring it up as far as you can. I'm going to bring it all the way to the top. I'm going to use my left hand with the chair. I'm not going to push too much to get out there. I'm just going to do it enough so I feel a deep stretch in my muscles here, opening of my intercostal spaces in my chest. And again, my hand is not floppy. It's well stretched out, every finger, and it's alert. And then I exhale and bring it down. I inhale and bring the other arm up as far as I can take it. And then I want to feel the stretch in my intercostal spaces. So I don't have to do too much. In fact, I'm going to rotate a little bit and have my shoulder in line, well aligned. I prefer to be well aligned than to be all, get a good stretch at the expense of other things. I just want to focus on these muscles here, and I want to focus on my breathing. So through the whole process, you want to breathe. So do your movements with purpose and in slow motion. If you're doing it slow, you think, do it even slower. Slow it even further. it's just really hard to see ourselves. Right now I can see myself on Zoom, which is great. But when I'm doing it without any props, like a video of myself, I feel like I think I'm going slow, but I'm really not. I'm going too fast. So every movement with purpose and helping our brain slow down. Slowing down helps our parasympathetic nerves to calm our adrenaline, our stress hormones, and that's how we feel calm. So we've done shoulder rolls, we've brought our arms forward, we've got our arms overhead, and now if you can, this is not easy for everybody, you can turn your arm this way, okay, and then bring it to the back. Either you can bring it here, like I have good extension in my arms and so able to do it. Just bring it as far as you can. You will feel a stretch deep inside your shoulder joint, and this extension is really good because we don't do it often. Hold it there, breathe into it. Again, my hand, which is out there in the back, is stretched and not floppy. It's important to keep it taut and all your tendons ready to go. Now you can bring it back gently. Good job. I'm going to do the other arm. Same way, turning it around and then bringing it, and then either bringing it all the way or bringing it on top or as far back as you can take it without pain, and then you'll feel a deep stretch in here, and you can breathe into it, send it love. And then as you get better and better with yoga, you can be stretching one arm in one direction and the other arm with the other direction in this fashion. This way you are getting a bend, backward bend, plus stretches in the triceps. And then you bring it down, and then you do the other side, bringing the hand at the back, and then slowly bringing it. So you may be able to touch both hands, or you may not. That is not the goal. The goal is to do it correctly and with good posture. This is called Gomukhasana of the arms. And like I said, I was going to stretch shoulders in every direction. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, now we are just going to bring our arms up as far as we can go, and then we are just going to hold it. And breathe into it. Hold it for as long as you can in this 45-degree angle. Don't want it all the way on top, we want it halfway. Different muscles are being activated with this movement versus this movement. So just bringing it up here. If you bring it down here at 90 degrees and turn it or open it, different muscles are being used. So even slight movements make a big difference on which muscle group you're using. So you can hold it this way, hold it for a little while. On Zoom, you can see the geometry of our body. And then you can slowly bring it down. You have now worked your deltoids, your biceps, your triceps, many of your scapular muscles that get all entangled. And they cause a lot of pain that can cause headaches also. So if you're having a lot of headaches, you probably can have trigger points in your shoulders that need attention. And it's hard to know that you have a trigger point unless, you know, somebody examines you in the back and says, hey, you have a knot out there. So just pay attention to your shoulders, your neck, your head. Sometimes it's not migraines, it's something musculoskeletal. Most times it is musculoskeletal. So if you can rule that out first, and you can avoid a lot of medications. Now we are going to activate our whole spine with this movement. Take a deep breath, we open our chest, and then we breathe out by just rounding our shoulders. We inhale, we open our chest. We exhale, letting it go. Inhaling and exhaling. The spine and pelvis hold up our whole body, and so it needs a lot of attention because there are so many bones, ligaments, muscles that help us be erect. Mona is giving me kisses. She says it's better to be a quadruped. It's too much exercise involved being a bipedal person. So this is such a great exercise. If you do this in your chair while you're always on the computer, it's going to help you release a lot of tension in your back muscles. Now we are going to do a rotation of the spine to the right, and we are going to use our left arm and bring it to the right side, and we are physically going to look with our eyes to the right shoulder, and our neck will rotate also with this move, but our body will be facing front. So just our spine is moving and our arms just guiding it. We bring it to the center, again always becoming neutral, then using our right arm moving towards left side, keeping our body straight, just rotating the spine as far back as we can go or as far we can take it, but using our eyes to look at the left shoulder. Our eye muscles also need exercise, so use your eyes to guide you through this practice. And to do it 3 times. Inhaling when you go up, exhaling when you come down. Inhaling when you go up, exhaling when you're neutral. Inhaling, slowing down. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One last time. Inhaling, bringing your left to the right side and looking over your right shoulder. Inhaling, always doing the movements with purpose. Bringing the right arm up. Exhaling when going down. Holding your thigh. You can push against the thigh. You will get a good stretch on your IT band as well. Bringing it up, and our spines are fully activated now. Now we are going to strengthen our core. This pose is a very beautiful pose when sitting on the ground. It's called the boat pose or the canoe pose. And so we will just raise our legs with our knees straightened out as far as we can go. If you can just go up to here, that's fine. If you can go up higher, that's fine. You can flex your toes or extend your toes, whatever you hand, and keep your arms either in this position, which is more difficult, or at a lower position. And this position, a lot of research has shown that when you have your arms up, it gives you a lot of energy and happiness. It is a sign, universal sign that you have won something. When runners finish first, they always put their arms up. This is a natural sign. So we are going to do it in yoga so we feel the same energy of winning every day. Every day getting out of bed is winning. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. This is really good for your core, so practice this as much as you can. Now we are going to open up our hip joints and work on our inner thigh muscles. Okay, so we are sitting in neutral position, and then we open and then we just hold it with our hands. We push on the inner thighs, not on the knees, but on the medial or middle part of our thigh. We just push and breathe into it. We may feel some uncomfortable sensation in our groin area or our pelvis. It's just because we never sit like this. It's an unusual position, but it's so good for you. When you don't do something and you do it, it's really activating muscles that you have never thought about or considered that they need a stretch as well. Breathe into it and hold it. Now you can bring your right hand and make a mudra like this, and you can use your left hand to go up. Do as much as you can. If you cannot do this and do it as much as you can. Do as much or as little as you can. But just do something. Now you can make a mudra on the left hand and bring the right hand up. And you can also just hold it up like this. And you can feel pulsations. You can bring it to the center. All right, I think we have done a great class for today. We have stretched many muscles in our body and helped our mind relax. And I want to now open it up for any questions you may have. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I hope to see you again next month, next year, on the first Saturday, January 2nd. Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Kaptula. That was great. Nice stretching. Always good to know, especially since we tend to sit a lot. So this is all great exercises and breathing. Always breathing. Let's see if anyone has questions. You can unmute.
Yep, or write it in the chat. We have lots of comments in the chat. Good morning, everyone from Nina. Good morning from Eileen. Good morning from Angela and Wally. Thanks from Swadish.
I have a question. It's Ginger. What is the breathing exercise that you recommend we do when trying to fall asleep at night?
So the breathing exercise